right, as you can see, we are in the wonderful outdoor space. I have two assistants in the background with the magnets, the cat magnets, the boxes to pull them in, and they're very busy hunting. They see a lot of birds out there, and then but they can't get outside. So the birds survive and the cats get to watch something exciting. It's like their TV. All right, let's start. So this is going to be really breath and mobility. The mobility, a lot of that idea of mobility is going to be about the tissue of our lungs having movement, but also about our whole body having a chance to move, differentiated movement in different parts. So let's just start with breathing up, regular breath, however it fills up for you. And then shake it out on the exhale, let it go, let it go, let it go. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake, 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 shake. Inhale. Reach it up, reach for the skies, reach for the heavens, reach for the inspiration, and then shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, letting go of any extra tension in your body. And let's go with a spiral, just twisting, looking around behind you. Paying attention to your breath as you're spiraling. So it's not that you have to breathe this way or that way. Just notice what your body wants to do. As we spiral, twisting, getting this twist through the whole torso. So the organs, the lungs, the heart, the fascia in our whole body is getting this mobility, this movement. And there's like a sort of free flow out into the arms. Let that move. Free flow out to the arms, flinging them around. So something that I find really interesting and cute is how babies use their arms to communicate a lot, right? A lot of arms flapping, and it could be frustration or it could be excitement. So let your arms really kind of flap around, shake them out. If there's some expression that might be stuck in your body, that maybe something you never said or something that you couldn't quite be clear on what you're feeling, invite your arms to express that right now. So arms are going to shake around. Maybe they want to go soft and gentle. Maybe they want to be big and expansive, but let your arms sort of free up your emotional life, which doesn't mean you need to start crying or yelling or anything like that. Just let the body do the work. Let the work come out, shaking, tongue, neck and throat relaxed, right? If you couldn't speak, how would you express yourself? Some cultures, they really use their arms, right? So, like there's some really delicate hand gestures in certain cultures, like Spain and India are the ones that come to mind. Spain with the flamenco dancer arms, and India with all the different forms of Indian traditional dance. All right. Let's do some coherent breathing. So we're going to inhale up for 6 and exhale down for 6. So exhale everything out and then inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up 2, 3, 4, 6. Exhale down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up 2, lifting your chest, opening the front of your heart. 5, 6. Exhale down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to take the arms forward. Inhale up 2, 3, 4, maybe a bigger arch here. 6. Exhale down 2, 3, 4. Little curl here. Inhale up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down 2, 3. Maybe going deeper if it feels good. Knees can be bent. Inhale up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down 2, 3, 4. You're going to stay down here. So if you aren't down, come down. You can bend your knees or not. We're going to open the feet a little wider and just shift from side to side. Free up the spine. Head tail connection. Relax. Breathing into it. Hips releasing as you're shifting from side to side. So shifting your weight from one side to the other, pushing off of one side, rippling through And then come into center, slowly roll it up through your spine, coming up to the top. Give yourself a second to adjust to being vertical. So sometimes when we've been down and we come up, it's like, oh, the blood is you can get dizzy or anything like that. So always feel free to take it slow. We're going to open up into an X, and we're just going to bend one knee and kind of side stretch over there, and then come up, bend the other knee, opening up a little bit more in the side body. Reach the hands to the ceiling and open. We're coming really into the vertical plane here. So up, down, a little bit of side, side, and then we're taking it a little bit more into the side, side, and then coming back up. So we're coming from the vertical more into this horizontal, and then bringing it back up. More into the horizontal, bring it back up, letting the side body open up. Side lungs, side ribs, little intercostals, the muscles between your ribs opening. I'm changing what my arms are doing. So I'm going to bring this one down, and I'm going to let the top one curl. So we're kind of circling in our arms a little bit as this is going on. Feeling the space outside of our body, reaching out into the space around us, sensing into the space outside of us, as well as the space inside of us. Good, and then coming in, and let's do the standing cat-cow, internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation, external rotation. And I'm bending as I come in, and then this time I'm gonna open and keep my legs straight. You could bend and bend, it's up to you. So it could be a bend and a bend, or straight and open, internal rotation. I feel like this is a very modern dance move right here, to have your legs straight and to be opening up. Exhale, curl, inhale, open, exhale, two more. Open it up, curl and round, last one. Inhale, open, hollow and curl, and come in, shake it out. Circle one shoulder, circle the other. Easy circles, rib cage, lungs, and heart. Just relaxed. Let that start to ripple into your arm. So as we're moving bigger and bigger, like the effect into the tissue in our body is bigger, right? More, the further my arm goes out here, the more the rest of my body has to support that movement. Like if it's just here, I don't have to hold anything. If it starts to get bigger, there's a relationship that has to be maintained. Or, I mean, it doesn't have to be maintained. It's already there. But if we think about it, we can make it more integrated. So that's like this relationship between our center and our edges, core, distal. And when I say center, I mean sort of like if we took the body like this and then we crossed the sections, like somewhere around here is the center. In dance, we talk about the center a lot. Find your center. And it always made me think that it was something. It's not a thing. It's a concept. It's an idea. It's an idea that there's this cross place, or this place where our center of balance is. And that may be true, that there is a center of balance, but it's not a fixed thing. It's a shifting thing. Here's the peapod. She doesn't have the best center of balance with her little tiny stub of a tail. All right, let's take it down to the floor. If you have a block, you're going to sit on your block. If you don't have a block, and you can elevate your pelvis sitting up on some towels or a pillow, something else, that would also work. This, yeah, there's the squeaky deeks. So here we're going to flex our feet, internally rotate the legs, externally rotate the legs, lift and arch, open your heart. Exhale, hollow and curl. Inhale, arch and open. Exhale. Inhale, open the lungs. Exhale. Inhale, massage the heart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now we're going to change it. Take a big exhale, lifting up, and then inhale as you curl forward. Inhale, breathing into the back body. Exhale out as you arch. Inhale, breathe into the back of the lungs. Open up the back. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Just see how much of a habit it is to go the other way. Open the back body. Exhale as we open the front. Inhale, breathe into the back of your lungs. Oh, I just exhaled. In, exhale. It's even hard for me to cue it. It's so ingrained that we're supposed to breathe in a certain way, but that's also a concept that somebody has. And it is sort of easier, I think, for us to think of opening on the inhale in the front because we tend to be more front centric. We're not spending a lot of time thinking about our back or feeling into our back body. Yeah, as we move forward in life, most people, some people are really looking back all the time. Yeah, whatever, looking forward, looking back. Here we are in the middle. This is the moment that we're in. Let's spiral to the right, flex your foot, twist, look around behind you, and then switch it to the other side. Back to the right or the left, whichever one. You might be mirroring me. And then the other side. And then take it forward, relax your head, really let the bulb of your head soften and melt, shifting from side to side. I was going to talk about the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve is our 10th cranial nerve. It is also called the wandering nerve. It is the longest nerve in our body. And it does, is it the longest nerve in our body? It's the longest cranial nerve. It's not the longest nerve in our body. But it is coming from our head, from our cranium down, and it's going through, it's affecting our lungs and helping us breathe. It's also affecting our digestion. It even is related to orgasm. So just is something that we want to have a healthy vagal tone. So that vagus nerve is partly responsible for us down regulating, right? Calming, and there's a lot of ways to activate it. And it's funny to say activate about something that's calming you down. There's just one of the weird things of our language. English language isn't always very effective at talking about embodiment or body or experience on a body level. All right, let's keep moving. So as we're moving, all of this movement in our torso, we are moving our vagus nerve. It's not just sitting in there still, right? It's moving, it's routed through our fascia. The fascia is this whole organ of form. Oh, this cat is a weird one. He just did that big jump from being touched. All right. So fascia is the organ of form. It's the matrix. There's many different sort of levels of thickness and density and fibrousness to the fascia, and also different levels of fluidity and even different kinds of fluids. Some of the water in the fascia is like fixed water, bound water, and some like a gel, and some of the water is free flowing water. Inhale, open, exhale, spiral. Inhale, open, exhale, spiral. And that there's this thing called the extracellular matrix, and that is like sort of a jelly fluid that has all sorts of things within our bodies that really help us to heal and to I'm just going to say this, or sort of interpret life, or to support life support, lots of life support in the extracellular matrix. I'm reading something about it in this book of essays about sort of bioengineering the human body right now, called The Bodybuilders. I think it is by Adam Piore. I could be saying that wrong. I could have messed up his first name. At any rate, this is what I do in my spare time. Inhale, open, exhale. We're gonna take it all the way down. Inhale, stretch it long. Just stay down there. Move the cat box. Not the litter box, but the cat attractor box, the cat magnet. Stretch through one side, stretch through the other. Reach it out. So we're stretching that fascia, and within the fascia, the nerves are routing through, and they want to have sort of like a sliding surface. And if you do overstretch a nerve, it takes a while to recover. And I don't think it's super easy to overstretch a nerve by yourself, but maybe if somebody's assisting your stretch, it's easier. And it doesn't feel horrendously bad, but it does not feel good. So thinking of gently stretching your body from the inside to the outside, and then we're going to bend our knees and just let our legs fall from side to side. So a lot of the movement that we're doing is really soft, gentle movement to allow the nervous system and the tissue to renegotiate the space within inside, to sort of, when I say tone the nervous system, what I actually mean is giving the nerves and the fascia a little bit of movement so that there is access to movement, right? If we don't move, it makes it harder to move. And if we do move, there's more coherence in the organization of the tissues within our body. Go ahead and cross this all the way over, spiral. Twisting, letting this massage through your back. I'm actually taking my leg pretty high. It doesn't have to be like that for you. It could be wherever it feels good. And then let's come back in. Pick up your butt, shake it out, let your spine realign itself, jiggle, shake. So all this shaking also is great for our nervous system because it kind of offloads excess tension and energy. Plus, in this type of shake, we're just letting our body realign in whatever way feels right to our body, not like, oh, I'm supposed to hold it like this. We're letting go of our own idea of what our holding pattern is and kind of shaking that out so that our body can come into something perhaps more more nourishing, more healthy. Let your heels rock. So this is called a heel rock. Bartenia fundamental. Doesn't matter if you remember that. And it's just letting this ripple move up and down your body, trying to relax your head, neck, and spine. Trying to relax the front of your hips, your guts, your pelvis, soften and release. Ooh, relax your neck and tongue. Just for right now, let it be really soft and relaxed, like droopy dog. So little tension in the body. And it's funny because I've been thinking about this lately. Imagine that your nerves relax, right? Because the impulse is coming from your nerves and then it's held in the tissue. Specifically, it's held in the fascia. The muscles have something to do with it, but it's not just muscle tension. It's this tension pattern happening in your body, and then it's being formed by the fascia to help support that pattern. So see if you can invite the nerves, the deep base layer of your body, the deepest layer, to relax and melt. Nothing to hold on to, just for a minute. Breathe and then let that go. Just relax into the floor. Feel maybe you can sort of feel the vibration or the sort of echo of that movement in your body, even in your stillness. Like you might be able to feel a sort of energetic something, shadow, echo, trace form of what was going on. All right, let's bend the knees and let's do this. Let's grab our block. We're going to do a bit of hamstring work today. So this is going to be the beginning of the warm up for the hamstrings, and hamstrings, back of your legs, back of your thighs, opposite to the quad. Pressing your pelvis up, easy circles, circling around, breathing into it. And then change direction. We had some major storms here last night. Really, like it was, when you look outside and it's like, where's the oxygen? It's just all water out there. But it did manage to clear away some of that particle matter from the Canadian wildfires. So I hope that they were getting water and rain up there in Canada too. All right, come into center. Lower it down through your spine. And just relax into the floor for a second. Take your block out, shake everything around, jiggle your butt, jiggle your spine, shake it, shake it, shake it, jiggly and loose. Again, all that jiggling and shaking is just giving the fascia and the nervous system a chance to offload whatever's holding. And then take your block, stick it under your foot. If you don't have a block, get a towel, fold up your towel. So one foot's on the floor and the other foot is on the block. And we're going to inhale. Let's take the arms with us. Pelvis goes up the middle, and exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Exhale, lower, pushing from the back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, press. Exhale, down. We're going to change it. You're going to inhale your arms up, just changing the breathing pattern. Exhale, push. Inhale, lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, push. Inhale, down. Exhale, push. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push. Inhale, down. Exhale, push. Inhale, down. Exhale, push. Inhale, down. And let's switch it to the other side. So block goes to the other foot. The first set we do is inhaling up and exhaling down, and then we'll change it partway through. So inhale, arms and pelvis up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press. Exhale, down. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And let's change it. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, pelvis up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push. Inhale, down. Exhale, push. Inhale, down. Exhale, push. Inhale, down. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Allow this to massage out your upper traps. So your shoulders getting a little massage as you do this. Last one. Up and down. And again, the fact that you're moving inside of that, your arms are moving, is going to give that tissue a real chance to start to release if you let it. So again, thinking of letting your nervous system soften and relax, muscles and tissues working as they need to, but not overworking, right? We're not driving the car with the brake on. We're not going to the store and spending $50 on a $5 item, right? Like, we want to use energy efficiently. So when we're working so hard, I'm using everything, when you could actually be working a lot lighter, that doesn't, like, we do want to do hard things. And I certainly do hard things, like, but we don't want to spend all our money on one move. I don't know why everything has to be like a capitalist metaphor, but it did. All right, switch your block to your first foot. We're going to press up, and you're just going to pulse. Pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to take the foot that's on the floor up, reach it to the ceiling, pulse again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flex, push through your heel. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fold it in and take it all the way down. Switch the block to the other side. We start with just the pelvis, no legs up, for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach it up. 1, 2. The capitalist metaphors people in our culture understand. That's why we do the capitalist metaphors. Flex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and fold it down. Relax into the floor. Take your legs up, give them a shake. Let that shake relax your ankles, your calves, your shins, maybe even give them a hit down through your hamstrings, your quads, inner thighs, outer thighs, and then into your body. So glutes relax, everything is easy. Then let's take our hands on our hips, just circling the knee, femur head in the hip socket. Oops, let's move that. Big circles, lubricating up your hip joints. Letting go, massaging through your sacrum. So as I come up, I'm curling, and then as I go down, maybe even a little bit of an arch. And then change direction. I'm looking up at this spider plant above me, and I can see the roots starting to come down through the bottom. Obviously, it needs to be repotted into a larger pot. The plants tend to be pretty prolific around here. And then I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? I keep giving them away, and then take a happy baby. When I got the kittens, I was like, I got rid of a lot of plants. I was like, I can't take care of so many things. But now that we've all kind of worked into a rhythm, and they're not quite kittens anymore, they're big full-size caddos, the plants are proliferating again. I also got rid of a bunch of plants that are potentially that are toxic to cats. But now that they kind of know not to eat them, we have some of those back. All right, let's go one leg at a time. One leg in, one leg out. Big stretch, reach it out. Let's point and flex the foot, both feet, and by the foot I mean 2 feet. A couple of times. and then change. Flex and point. So one of the things that I have found that's been really key for me rehabbing my knee, which actually really, I can't tell that it's injured at all right now, has been using my feet more, which is funny because I am a dancer. I do use my feet a lot. But part of it is to think about really flexing my foot as I walk. So we're going to do this exercise up here where you flex and then you flex. And the one leg is flexing, one leg is pointing. Flex and point, flex and point. Just shifting, getting into that dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. One is going this way and the other one is going that way. Yeah, so when I'm hiking, if I start to feel my knees, if I then really think about flexing that foot so that I'm not working on my knees so much, but I'm swinging and using my foot, it really, really helps. It has changed things a lot. And I was doing some exercises against the wall with this kind of flexion. I think this is dorsiflexion. One is plantar flexion, one is dorsiflexion. I think that's it, because this looks like dorsi extension, plantar flexion. Anyway, let's come up. Let's come up off the floor. I have managed to get my butt up off the floor. We're going to come up, but we're going to end up going back down in a minute. But we're going to do some work for our thighs, knees over your toes, taking it down and then pressing up, and your butt. So you're externally rotating your legs. Knees are going right out over your toes. You're holding the space in front of you and then push. Knees over the toes and push, knees over the toes and push. And we're going to come up, bring it in just a little bit, and you're going to flex and flex, flex. And I'm letting my pelvis shift. If I try and stay in the same without shifting, I feel a certain engagement. If I let myself shift, another thing happens. In this, I am not trying to stay totally relaxed. I'm letting my body do what it needs to do. I'm getting those muscles working to pull in, right? Then let's try it. I don't really have a wall I can lean against here, but you could do this leaning against a wall where you're leaning back like you're going to do a wall sit, and then you start to do these flexions. Let's just do it here where we're in sort of a fourth position parallel, and you're going to lift up your front foot and lower, push. Oh, it's got to be open more and come down, flex and push, flex and push, flex and push. See this big weight shift forward, backward, flex and push. Feel where you're coming from with that. What is mobilizing you? Switch it to the other side, flex and push, flex. If you really wanted to push, you could come all the way to a point back there, flex. I'm not going to do that right now, flex. There are robins in the backyard. The cats are, Squeaky's little ears have gone sideways. He's looking out over the edge of a box over here. They haven't gone back. They go out to the side, and his little alien head just gets flatter. When he was little, so we have a Grogu doll who is the Mandalorian, the little Grogu, baby Yoda. And when Squeaky Deaky, the white cat, was little, he looked a lot like that. All right, that's enough of that. Shake it out, shake it out. And let's come back down to the ground. So one of the things that we want to be able to do as we get older is to easily get up and get down. And we're going to do one more knee rehab, because I do actually feel my knee, and I think that the weather affects it. Just going to take my sit bones down towards my butt and then back up. You can use your arms. You can like make it easier here, or you can make it harder by keeping your weight sort of vertical, your body on top of your knees, back and up. And if this hurts your knees, just go really easy. Don't go that far. And if you're good and you want to go farther, you can take it back this way. If you're like crazy yogi, strong and flexible, go ahead and take it all the way down. Just do a few. It's up to you. So this is another one that I felt like, oh, this actually really helped. And my knee injury was pes anserine bursitis, but it kind of shifted around. Like it was just a general syndrome in the area. Like sometimes it felt like the front of my patella was unhappy. Sometimes it felt like it was, what is it called? Medial collateral ligament. but then it really tuned into pes-antherine bursitis. So, all right, let's come to hands and knees. We're going to take our elbows to the floor, come up through the tippy fingers all the way up to the tips, back to the tippy fingers, heel of the hand down, elbow to the floor. Coming up, tippy fingers, tips of the fingers, tippy fingers, lower the heel of the hand, elbow down, up. If these were feet, this would be demi-point. This would be standing on the floor. And coming up demi-point, this would be sort of our full point. Coming back through that bent. Couple more times. We require so much of our hands, but rarely, I think, do most people consider kind of doing work, recuperative work or strength building work for our hands. One more time. And then let's relax that. Let's come into a forearm plank. In our forearm plank, we're going to lower our pelvis down to the floor, come into an arch, curl the toes under, and then lift up the pelvis, look down. Like your butt's going to lift a little bit, not to downward dog, just rounding your spine. Come into a long line in your body, lower your pelvis, lift everything up, toes curl under, one long line, and then curl. Long line in your body, lower your pelvis, lift an arch, curl your toes under into your plank, round and curl. Coming into the middle, dropping it down, lifting, lower into the middle, curl and round. Center, drop, lift, lower, center, curl. Center, drop, arch, lower, center, curl. Last one, center, drop, arch. And we're not going to do that anymore. Just stop there. Take it back. Child's pose. Big breathing in your child's pose. Maybe shift around a little bit side side. I still don't want to spend a lot of time in deep flexion with my knee because that's how I got injured. So I am going to roll up and down, curling through my spine. But feel free to just hang out in your child's pose if that feels good to you. And then let's come up and we're going to flip over. If you have a set of weights, grab your set of weights. We're going to come up. We're going to come down. So weird. I don't know why this is happening, but I see that for some reason, my YouTube channel is making things private. You know, YouTube isn't helping me at all, but that's okay. Maybe it is helping me. Maybe I need to recognize the bigger picture. But yeah, it's definitely challenging to get anywhere with YouTube. I just need to make a bunch of short form videos telling everybody that they'll have no butt if they do, or they'll have a bigger butt. They'll have the exact perfect butt that they want if they do certain things. But that's just not who I am. So circling around, I'm much more interested in feeling good and health and good patterning than cultural subjugation of our own bodies through this like perfectionism. And it's such bullshit. Anyway, all the stuff that anyone's selling you anything that's body oriented. Not anyone. There's some good things that are being sold that are body oriented, but most like the advertising stuff isn't going to make you feel better. It might. Yeah, there we go, back into the capitalism rant. Yeah, so my goal is to get more into the dynamic process of being a person, in the dynamic living connection of experience on the planet, at the same time as a bunch of other sentient beings, plants, trees, animals, and even things like rocks and dirt. But to come in, I hope you changed direction. I didn't say it because I was ranting. yeah, to come into harmony, coherence in your own body, in your own system, coherence with the relationships around you as much as possible. Just finding a sense of flow in your life, internal rotation, external rotation, spiraling, letting the weight just inform the bones and the tissue, just giving it more information by adding that weight. And the arms are just dropping down into your shoulder, into your body. So there's no real work here except for the spiraling in, spiraling out, letting your shoulder blades, the little tripods of your shoulder blades move in and out, up and down. And let's let that go. Sorry for the ranting. There's something that I'm trying to say here, and that is like being a person is really an experience. And when we objectify our own bodies and like start, oh, it's supposed to look like this, it's supposed to look like that, we're robbing ourselves of the capacity to really feel into what's really going on for us, right? We're like putting on this imposition of what we're supposed to be, which is not real because we aren't that. Yeah, like let's be real, whatever that means, but present with ourselves as we are and accept that it's fine. We can, leg out behind you, circles. Equanimity and acceptance within our own bodies is going to help us be equanimable and accepting of other people and their bodies. Change direction, flex your foot. And bring it in. And then the other leg out, circles, pointed toes, long body. And then flex and go the other way. And release it down. We're going to walk the knees back a little bit, big circles with your hips down towards the floor in the front. Stick your butt out in the back. Breathing. Change direction. Good. We're going to just come in and you're just going to take one foot forward, take a stretch, bring it back, swing the leg around and fold it in. The other leg comes forward next to your hand, stretch forward, bring it back, swing the leg around and come in. So you're going to reach, let's go a little bit more exciting about that. Reach the leg up, bend the knee, see if you can put your foot on the floor, take it into a forward lunge. Maybe there's a hamstring stretch here, pick it up, circle it back and lower down. The other leg goes out and up. It circles out to the side, keeps coming forward next to your hand. Take that into a lunge, pick it back, hamstring stretch, up, out, around, and in. Your version of this may be different than mine. That is totally fine. Work with what you got, adjust it, trust the intelligence of your own body to make something that makes sense. That's what we're trying to do here. Get to a point where there is some intelligence in relationship with ourselves. One more time each side. Last one. Good, and relax. Come onto your butt. Let's do circles. Opening up, folding it in. Opening it up, bringing it in. Opening up, bringing it in. If you have weights that you can hold on to, light weights out and in, out and in. And I'm holding it really just in my fingers. So I'm not pulling them up here tight. I'm kind of holding them loose. But if you feel like you might drop them, don't do it. Internal rotation, external rotation. Like as we're coming forward, I feel like it's kind of the way like a manta ray goes through the water. Let that move into your rotator cuff, into your shoulders, into your lungs, into your heart. Good. And let's let that go. Hands behind you on the floor. We're going to go fingertips pointing front. Lift your chest, open up. If it feels okay to drop your head back, go for it. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then we're going to have our hands pointing outward. And again, push. Chest is lifting up to the ceiling, head drop back or not. And then fingertips pointing back. And again, push, chest, lungs, heart, opening in the front. And release. And just round forward, soften upper back and neck, relaxing. You can turn your head gently from side to side. Knees can be bent. We're eventually going to straighten them out, but just right now, letting this soften. And then go ahead and shift your weight back. Take it into a forward fold. Breathe. Deep breathing with your breath. Let's just do that coherent breathing here, hanging out in the pose. If you need to come out of it a little bit or bend your knees or whatever you need to do to feel like you have some space for your lungs, go for it. So exhale everything out. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring it up just a little bit. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming all the way up to seated. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Finding your sit bones. 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spiral cross. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stay. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Changing. 5, 6. Other side. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Changing. 5, 6. And let's just come down onto our sides. Take it into a quad stretch, taking your leg back, stretching the front of your quad, internal and external rotation from the hip socket. So it's happening in that hip socket that there's this internal and external rotation. If you want to just hang out in the stretch, if that's already a lot of intensity, don't change it a lot. But if you feel like, oh, I got this and I can go a little bit more, let yourself play with that movement. So we're getting some deep shear in the fascia and the muscles, right? Moving against each other, sliding surfaces, fluidity and hydration. Roll it over to the other side, same thing. Internal and external rotation. Oh, the beauty of the day after all that rain. I think it's supposed to have thunderstorms again later today, but right now it's beautiful. Green, sunny. I can see the blue sky, the flowers in the garden. Yeah, and release. Come onto your back, give it a shake. Take a happy baby pose. Imagine that you're a happy baby. If you feel like you were never a happy baby, imagine it in your mind. What would that feel like? What would that look like? What would it be like to be a happy baby? Invite that energy into your body, right? Babies aren't worried about what they look like. They're just learning. Learning movement. And then shake it all out, shake it all out. And let's just do one. I just want to do one set of arms before we finish. So I'm going to do regular push-ups with elbows going out to the sides. So you could do this with your knees on or off the floor. It's really up to you. Here we go. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Come in, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And yeah, we're going to end it. Shake, shake, shake. Just big breathing. Inhale up. Take as long as you want to take. Hang out for as long as you want to hang out. Come down whenever you're ready. Easy, loose shake. Release your neck and shoulders. Relax your tongue. Inhale, fill up, bring it in. Exhale, let it go. Right? Things are either coming or they're going. We're either growing or we're shrinking. It's always happening, right? There's always something coming, something going, letting go of this, inviting that in, just inviting in that flow of things to come and go. It changes. We're in change at all times. Can't fight it. All right. People in the TV land, if anyone made it through, I know somebody was watching a while ago. So, oh, not there anymore. But if you come to the end of this, bravo. You have done your movement.